Mob Mod is not dead. Yeah, it's been a while since you've seen something happen on Mob Mod, but we've been working hard behind the scenes, doing a lot of engine changes, modifying the code, doing a lot of tweaking to the songs and animations. Shortly after the release, the entire team kind of took a break, especially me because I had lost my motivation. I felt kind of burnt out and only ended up making like 4 to 5 commits within 14 months. But very recently we've been racking a lot up, like a lot of changes have been made. One of the biggest changes is literally what you're seeing right now as a gameplay. Portal got the same animations, but I ended up tweaking the code so that girlfriend does not get interrupted for her idol when she picks up the obsidian. Boyfriend's animations feel smoother and less snappy compared to the old one. You might not notice it at first, but we'll get into that later. So last year, we had planned to have mobs scrolling on the background of Onward during the walk sections. Gabo tried to code them in, but it didn't quite work as we expected it to, so we ended up scrapping it, but let me show you what he tried.
Where the fuck is my cow, man? Oh. oh shit, I didn't even see the cows. What the You know what I think of that? I think that is what?
Gabo's solution was fine for itself, but I personally didn't like the fact how the background would move at a certain frame rate and all the background mobs and foreground mobs would just move smoothly across the screen depending on what frame rate you are running the game on. So what I tried doing was I pretty much took 2 frames that come after each other, I counted the pixels between them to see the distance. It ended up being like 7 pixels, which was wrong. And then every time the background updates itself, I just move the mobs by the amount of pixels I checked earlier. Some changes regarding a portal are pretty much just a Heatwave shader and animation tweaks. In my opinion, the Heatwave shader does a great job at portraying the fact that they are around something very warm, and if you look at like something that is steaming or a very hot street, you see the air or just the image of the air slowly moving around as if there was something there, if you know what I mean. And it just really helps portray the fact that they are around lava and that it's extremely hot for that matter. For those who don't know, in Minecraft you're capable of loading custom resource packs into the game that contain custom textures, models, sounds, and many other things. In Mob Mod it works the exact same way. You can load custom songs, custom stages, playable characters, assets, and many more things into the game. And you can do all of this without the source code of the game, hence why it's called soft modding. There is no need to access the source code of the game, you can just add your custom files with your own code and you don't have to compile the game each time to make it run. And I feel like this is a great addition to the game because it really helps people share their own creations and spin-offs without having to go through the hassle of getting the right tools, getting the right compiler and everything. It just works as soon as you add it. And for those who are curious, Gabo will be releasing most project files in Minimator for people to access and animate their own silly little animations, let's say. He will follow up with a tutorial on how to export, what exactly to look about, and how to add everything into the game, so don't worry about that. Something I've been working on lately are shaders, effects that enhance or change visual aspects of certain elements in games. One shader that was coded by MIDI was the enchantment glint shader for Minecraft. Sadly though, the code never really worked, so we just left it behind and decided to fix it at some different time. But I took notice of it though some weeks ago and I tried to fix it, and Flixel has some very special and specific requirements on how the shader code has to be defined, so copying a shader from, let's say, a website called ShaderToy for example, won't work 80% of the times. Of course, MIDI did not copy the shader from anywhere, they did it on their own, which I find pretty cool and pretty surprising. Let's talk about a different shader though. I use an application called Reshade that injects a bunch of post-processing effects into the game that you're playing. And so I just tried Bloom on Fortress and I really liked the way it turned out. Reshade had a multi-pass approach to rendering Bloom, the most important step being the blur, of course. To keep it simple, it pretty much takes one pixel, blurs it horizontally, and then you blur the pixels vertically, and then you get a 2-pass blur filter. Don't forget that this is very simplified, by the way, so don't quote me on this. On Hexflixel though, we can't really use multi-pass filters or shaders yet, or at least not as far as I know. So for now, don't expect any fancy bloom shading for MobMod, maybe on some text, which will be cool, but I feel like until Hexflixel fixes it, actually it's not even Hexflixel, my bad, it should be OpenFL that handles the shaders and stuff too. But that's a whole different topic, forget about this. So here's a funny picture of the couple first tests about the Heatwave shader. Thought it was pretty funny to show. Especially Steve in that corner. Another cool thing I want to show is this MobMod poster for the hardcore update, which I thought looks pretty sick, so yeah. Something I have to say though, Gabo really cooked with the new combo animations for the UI, which look absolutely sick, so props to him for that. And it also looked very silly when he tried to implement it in the game. Also, here's a quick sketch I had as an idea for the new scoreboard system, since it's currently on the bottom left of the screen and I kind of want to replicate the Minecraft scoreboard system, so maybe that will turn into something, maybe not, we'll see. And lastly on this list, as far as I know, is this mobile concept that Gabo came up with as a UI if we end up releasing MobMod on mobile, which I personally am not sure about, but we'll see if we get that far. It would be pretty cool though, so. And yeah. This is pretty much everything I have to talk about for now. Honestly, I'm not really sure if there's anything else I can show, or if there's anything else left to show at the moment, because the development has been slightly slower than you expected it to be after the release of the update, but we really have been racking a lot up, so I beg you my pardon. I beg you like sincerest apologies from the team. We've been taking a long time, it's been a year since the last release, but I promise you we are working on something big. So, thank you a lot for watching through this. If you're still here, let me know. This is the first time I actually edited a video in this format, and I really would love to see some opinions and what you guys think about, if this is really like the type of video I should do more often. One thing I will say though, I am starting a second YouTube channel with a bunch of Minecraft focused stuff, so this channel will remain for FNF and MobMod and stuff, and also personal music. But I will be starting a second channel with more Minecraft related stuff soon, so stay tuned for that. And again, thank you for watching, have a good time, and see you next time.